We are live from St. Moritz, where the first athletes are just moments away from landing, and we can see Patrick von Kernel doing some wing overs. He'll be here very, very soon. Also in the mix is Aaron Duragatti, and I've just heard from our team that Gabe Janssen, the Brazilian, is currently in third place. Just get a look of the view here. A massive crowd has come out to greet these first athletes. We can see just in there above the cloud, a few moments away. They've had brilliant conditions here today. We've seen some really lovely flying yesterday. We'll talk about this some more, but very difficult conditions. And now we're seeing this is sort of classic cross-country flying conditions for athletes. Now look, here we go. There is Patrick von Kernel. And we can see also Brazilian Gabe Janssen in the middle. Into a spiral. Great way to lose height, and also absolutely spectacular for the crowds here. Bit of a breeze coming off the lake. Now this is Aaron. This is Aaron Duragatti coming in. Good flight, Aaron. Nice flight?
Nice flight, yeah. But now we have to hurry up.
You do, and we're going to cut to, this looks like Patrick coming in second around the tower of that church. And just behind him is the Brazilian, Gabe Janssen. What an astonishing race he is having.
Hey.
Hey Patrick, how's it going?
Pretty good. Was nice flying. All the way to here, not very easy with the...
We'll catch up with you. You saw your wing out. We're just going to get Gabe Janssen here, the rookie from Brazil, getting a rapturous applause here from the locals. Here we go. They're all crying, Gabby, go, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. Gabby, quick word. Can you pull your mask down?
Yeah, just a moment.
Look, and here they come. The cavalry are on their way in quick succession. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more athletes about to arrive any second. and it's going to be super spectacular because they're all going to come in one after the other. We're going to try and we'll catch up with Gabby in just a second, but look at that. Here they come. Quick word, here we go. Gabby, how does that feel?
What? Sorry?
Tell her. You having a good day?
Yeah, such a good day. I woke up a little late of the main group, but I managed to catch up and pass all of them. I'm so happy to be here and for my friends from Brazil.
Brilliant stuff. Okay. Right, who is next going to land? Oh, we got the next athlete coming in to land just over here. Now, is this Kriegel? I thought I saw a flash of yellow on those arms. Pulling in the big ears. That's a technique athletes use to descend quickly. They're all stacking up now. We can see quick succession. Now, Kriegel, remember, used to be an acro pilot. He's probably going to land right bang in the middle. And the eagle has landed. There he is. Oh, just mind his lines. Next. Kriegel, super. Just one quick. We'll come back to Kriegel now and just catch this. The next action. I think this may be one of the French athletes. Whoa! Oh, that has to be Tim Alongi with that kind of move. Oh. Tim Alongi. Next. That looks like Lars Meerstetter. Lars Meerstetter, Swiss 4. We are counting them in. Flugschule Steiermark, that will be Simon Oberauner, who started the day in lead. He's coming in, we've got two athletes coming in, or three, all at once. Le X-Alps on the left, that's Tanguy, I believe. They're just keeping an eye out for each other. Simon now landing, and here comes Tanguy coming in to land. Tanguy is down. Team Chamonix, that is Remy Bourdel, rookie from La Réunion originally. Oh, look at this, absolute fairy landing. Now, still some more yet to come in. Who have we got over here? Damien, whoa, look at that, that's pretty cool. Now I would like to catch a word with Kriegel because he did an astonishing move earlier. We're just going to get this last athlete to come in of this Gaggle. And this is Toby Grossrabacher coming in. Perfect landing there from Toby Grossrabacher. Now, where is Kriegel? I want to see. There he is. quick word. Kriegel, very quick word. It seemed like you pulled off a really incredible magic move earlier to dodge the airspace. Can you tell us what was in your mind and how it worked?
Where?
Oh, you did a nice move earlier.
Why?
Coming through a little bit earlier than the others to cross the
yeah.
space.
Yeah, because they flew a detour. I thought even earlier to cross directly, but then I thought to stay with the group. It was nice flying with them, but yeah, in the end it makes no difference. The cycle was really strange. Sometimes it was climbing well and sometimes not, and so it was always mixed the group.
How are conditions compared to yesterday?
The beginning it was very smooth, but afterwards it increased very well, and the cloud base was around 3,200, so it was nice to fly in here and finally to be here. It's very cool there.
Where are you going to get to today? Do I need to drive to Nissen?
No, it's 100k more to Disentis. It will be nice, maybe a bit more towards Nissen. We expect terminal until 7, so we are good in time.
Kriegel, thank you. I'll leave you to it. Look, and Gabe is already on the move. Gabe, can you tell us what the plan is now?
No?
Yeah, what's your
My plan is stay with that monster guys. Then I will be fine for sure. Only legends here. It's a pleasure.
Good luck. So, St. Moritz is a double turn point. They land here and they have to get into, they now have to run into the center of the town. Here goes Lars Meerstetter. Can see his, oh look, they're just posing for a selfie. Here goes Lars Meerstetter off with his support team. They're going to now run into town along a set route. It's about a kilometre and a half to sign the signboard in town. Great views here of St. Moritz. Just look at that, absolute beautiful. And there's the team there running to get that turn point. So really electric scenes here, and fantastic to witness all the athletes coming in at once in spectacular style. Quite a few of them have a background in acro flying, so we saw that with Tim Alongi landing just on top of the Red Bull tent there. And look, Kriegel now is off, doing a little bit of a selfie and on their way now. So the situation here in St. Moritz is that gaggle of athletes now has already packed up. They're on their way to town. There's no one in the sky about to land themselves. So I think I'm hearing that Gavin is in the air. So I think we're going to cut to him when that is possible.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Gavin from the air. Just where the lead gaggle launched about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. I'm with Jared Scheid and one other. I'm not too sure yet. I'll get that from HQ, but two other people about 45 minutes ago, and I'll get with them all the way to St. Moritz. The conditions right now, the high cloud has working really good, and so far lovely, and it's working. Expect to make pretty good time to enjoying the live commentary. Pretty soon, back to Tarquin.
So apologies there, it seems that the connection with Gavin has just cut out. Not an easy thing to be flying and filming at the same time, so as soon as that connection stabilizes, we'll try and go back to him. Gavin is just using the data network, so you know, sometimes it works, unfortunately sometimes it doesn't. But here we are in St. Moritz. We've just seen a dozen athletes come through, and they've all left in very, very quick order. And what a sight that was. And it's just extraordinary. Suddenly they're all here, packed up, and now they are all racing like anything to the center of St. Moritz, where they have to sign a turnpoint signboard and then be on their way. The next turnpoint is Descentis Cedron. We can see the next athlete just in the distance. So perhaps in about 5 minutes, we will have the next athlete landing here. So I can see over here, we've got Ferdinand Vogel, who is the race director. And Ferdy, are you okay to do a little interview?
Yes.
Let's come step forward into the light. So tell us a little bit about what's your impression of the race so far compared to last year and generally.
Yes, this time we had the problems just before. So we had 2 days now with really difficult conditions. The first day was with thunderstorms, last day was just with the north föhn. And now it goes more and more easier, I would say. We have still some northerly wind, but this helps here for a safe landing. And yeah, yesterday was difficult for the athletes to decide what is safe, what is not safe. But I think at the end, no one gets hurt, finger crossed. And they all did a really nice race and get really far. So thank you.
And can you explain how it works? Because it must be a very difficult race to sort of manage, because athletes can be spread out over 200 kilometers or so, sometimes more. I believe that the rules dictate that athletes have to take personal responsibility. It's a bit like that mantra in sailing that, you know, the captain, it's the captain's decision at the end whether to put to sea. And I suppose it's a similar thing with this race, but there are rules in place to punish sort of reckless irresponsibility. Yeah, can you give a sense of that balance of where the rules are and personal responsibility is for athletes?
Yes, so we saw a lot of videos the last days which were not that safe anymore. So we decided now to have more an eye on that. And if we have the feeling that one athlete got too much, too far, what he is able to handle, then we will get now some penalties. And yeah, we are watching them, not only me in front, it's also a huge team, and of course there are so many cameras around, so it's quite easy to see them and to follow them.
But on the good news is that the weather has improved. These very, very strong winds that are associated with the föhn and seem to have dissipated, is that right? And we've got now what you might call classic cross-country conditions.
Yes, that's right. It was quite easy for them to come here. Now it will be a bit more difficult to get to the next turnpoint, Descentis, because they will had a little bit headwind, but I'm sure they will stay safe and high, and they will be easy this evening already be there.
So tell us a little bit about the route. How far is it to Descentis? What are the challenges along the way? I think it's quite complicated with airspace and valley systems.
Yes, so there's not a straight valley to this next turnpoint, so they have to cross many peaks, and there's a lot of nature protection areas around, bird protection areas, and also one bigger military area what they have to follow. But I think it's possible.
I think it looks like we've got another athlete coming into land. Can you see who it is?
No, that's not.
No, it's okay. It's just another. I wondered that. I was thinking he hasn't got much branding on. Yeah, who's next to arrive here in St. Moritz?
Let's have a check.
On the old 3D live tracking.
I use the Omni, the ODN. It will be Austria 2. Sorry.
Austria 2. So that is Tommy Friedrich.
Yes, I think we can see him already. Yes, on the left side of the.
Okay, so
antenna.
The left side of the antenna, Tommy Friedrich. It must be so dispiriting to be by yourself. I mean, you're a competition. You're an athlete yourself. What's it like? I mean, I suppose the tactics of athletes is to stick together in the gaggle. Yeah. Okay. Not so impressive. We'll come back to. So Ferdy, we were just saying, what are the tactics of athletes? Ideally, presumably, they need to stick together in that gaggle. So what would it feel like to be someone like Tommy when you've been dropped and you're out by yourself?
It's much more difficult because you don't find the center of the terminals immediately. So you have to look around, and when there's a gaggle, they always see the air more, so they know where the best climbs are. So the gaggle is always a bit faster. So when you are back like him now, you just have to be fast, and you have to make the right decisions to get the leading gaggle again. Because the gaggle sometimes is a bit slower, because everyone is looking, who will start the first? I will wait too, and then they are becoming, because of that, a bit slower.
And of course, it's not just a flying race. I've been talking to some athletes who've been. I was with Christian Schug this morning, who said he's hiked 30 kilometers yesterday and something like 3,000 meters yesterday. I did 1,500 myself with him this morning. It's brutal. It's a really. Where do they have to hike to next? Can they have to? Can you point it out if we turn around up on the hill?
I think because we have the north wind, it will be still something there. So they need the northerly part more of this mountain, take off, and then try to climb and fly furthermore.
Someone else coming to land, but that is not one of our athletes.
Maybe it's Pal. I'm not sure.
Pal Takats.
Yes, I think so.
Well, maybe we'll have a chat with Pal. But he is a former Red Bull X-Alps athlete and something of a legend. But we'll leave him for the moment. So the real focus at the moment, let's keep our camera trained on Austria 2. Tommy Friedrich is taking part in his third Red Bull X-Alps race. He's an athlete with an extraordinary amount of experience despite only being 24 years old. Here come the spirals. A rapid descent technique. So Tommy Friedrich is next to arrive. I can see his flight school logo on his wing. The flying school set up by his late father, who was friends with this race's co-founder, Hannes Ach. Here he comes. Just losing some height. We shall catch him as he rounds this corner. Tommy has wanted to do this race ever since he was small. It was Paul Guschelbauer back in the day who came to his flight school, run by his father, and said, I want to learn to fly so that I can do Red Bull X-Alps. And here's Tommy Friedrich, coming in himself. An absolutely perfect landing. Tommy. Tommy, sensational day today, well done. How does it feel from your side?
Yeah, great conditions today. It was really nice flying with a little bit of wind, but in the end, stronger thermal. So Kriegel once said if it's 10 km/h wind from north, just needs one meter climb on the south and then it works. So works pretty good today, I would say. And yeah, in the end, pretty nice conditions in the area.
Fantastic. So Tommy now has to take a selfie and then be on his way to the town of St. Moritz there in the distance. So I believe the next athlete to arrive is Christian Schug, and that'll be really exciting because, as I said a minute ago, I was with Christian Schug this morning. We hiked up about 1,700 meters. I cut off the first few hundred of that. But we hiked up and he wasn't entirely happy with the launch, so he continued on, pushing on, and he set off. He was a late starter. Remember, he had a 3-hour time penalty for that flight on Sunday evening. So he had a little bit of a lie-in and set off at 7 a.m. this morning, hiked for a couple of hours, and yeah, he launched, and clearly it's worked. So he's next to arrive. Interesting fact about Christian, he's supported by his younger sister Karen, and I heard all about them. They're from the Allgäu region of southern Germany. And you know, he's one of these athletes who isn't a professional athlete. He has a full-time job and a very, very busy job. He works as a programmer in the automotive industry and spends much of the year traveling all around the world. So extraordinary performance from someone who's still able to hold down a full-time job. But what earned his place in this race was his great performance in the X-Pier race, where he came second last year. So he is next to come in. We can't, just looking in the skies, I can't see him at the moment, but it will definitely be nice to greet him. We're now just looking at Tommy Friedrich packing up. It's just so quick how these guys do it. These Formula One style pit crews, doing the old change of tyres and
Tommy, go for it. Tommy.
there goes Tommy Friedrich. So yeah, why don't I just kind of run with, see if I can catch up with Tommy, just to see the route. I think I can keep up, it's on the flat. And we can have a look at. So, just approaching Tommy now. So Tommy, quick update. What's next? Where have you got to go? And what's your plan for the rest of the day?
Yeah, fly again. Fly high and try to go as far as possible in direction of the next turnpoint. And yeah, we will see. Conditions are really nice. Just a little bit of wind. So really looking forward for another good flight.
Well, good luck with that. We'll let you go. And we're going to leave this broadcast just here on the banks of this extraordinarily beautiful place that is St. Moritz. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you again 9 p.m. live tonight. Thanks for watching.